Welcome back to the Morning Brew. Oh my gosh, I hated to see the pie go away. But you notice the crew left
Yeah, we're
left
here
the
on
studio.
This
They're all out
eating
there.
pie.
I'm Larry Ahrens. Our Ambries is here. And with us today is Roby Schapira, who is Senior Vice President with Wells Fargo here in Albuquerque. Hey, Roby, how are you?
Good morning. Such a pleasure to be here with you.
We're going to talk about small business banking a little bit, and we've got an actual small business owner right here.
I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about the outlook for 2015.
Yeah, and I was just sharing what a fan I am of your business. So I love small business.
Wonderful.
Well, what are you hearing from your small business clients right now? Everybody kind of fired up for the new year?
They are. You know, we're so excited. We do something called the Wells Fargo Gallup Small Business Index, which just says, how optimistic are you? And the results were so optimistic.
Good.
Yeah.
We need some optimism.
I know.
I know.
It's
we
been
do.
a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's a happy time of year, and our small business owners must have been paying attention because when they took the survey, we survey about 1,000 small business owners, and they said that better than any time since 2008, they're looking at 2015 and saying it's going to be a good year for us. One of my favorite statistics that came out of the survey is, in fact, 71% of those that were surveyed said that they have a good financial outlook for 2015, which is kind of the central theme of the surveys.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be a good financial year?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're optimistic as a
I am.
business owner.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things happening in the community that are finally making that change, where it was for so long felt like we were still in recession. We were lag, compared to the rest of the country. So
Agreed.
Yeah.
What about the job situation? These small businesses hire people.
They do.
So,
In fact, more people across the United States still work for a small business than big businesses.
right.
And so 26% of those surveyed said that they anticipate hiring employees, and that is a big increase. During the recession, one of the things that happened is small business owners started to hold on to their cash reserves.
Mm-hmm.
You may have done the same, thinking, I'm not sure what's going to happen. There's a lot of government influence. Is the economy going to pick up? And I want to make sure I have a nest egg to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, the uncertainty just doesn't work well.
It doesn't.
Now everybody can throw in and hopefully get business generating at a fast pace even in the first quarter. That'd be nice.
It would. Yeah, especially around this season and looking at 2015, momentum is so important. So as an example, for a small business owner that owns a retail shop, were they holding off on buying something or hiring an employee? And when they start to do that, that's when they live up to the idea that small businesses are the lifeblood of our community, is they push that money back into our economy, and it makes such a big difference.
There was the impression that banks weren't lending to small business there for a while. I think that's changed. Am I right?
It's definitely changing.
Yeah.
The hard piece is that when small businesses come in and ask for a loan, sometimes their need is intense. And so they are perhaps getting behind on some of their payments.
Right.
And it's a hard time to get a loan when that's your financial situation.
Right.
So the best time, this is an age-old banker saying, I'm kind of an age-old banker. I've been a banker for 16 years.
Yeah.
But is the best time to get a loan is when you don't need it. And it's one of my favorite pieces of advice for a small business owner. So it's great advice for small business owners looking at starting 2015 on the right foot, is get a line of credit. Have access to the funds before you need them, because then you never get in that intense moment where you're perhaps a little behind.
Yeah. You have to figure out, okay, now I had this debt, and now I have a payment on top of that. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, and the panic starts to set in.
Yeah, just
like
like
it's-
for us consumers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it's like going to the doctor is better when you're healthy.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is.
than when
Preventive.
you're sick.
Preventative care is so much
exactly.
less expensive and
keep
easier,
that in
less
mind.
painful. Totally.
This survey is quite interesting. Now, it says your survey says 29% of businesses plan to increase the amount of money they're going to allocate for spending, which is good. Computers, equipment, merchandise, store improvements, all that.
Exactly. In fact, over 50% said that they actually plan on making a purchase. So not only just adding more to the budget, but let's say you're a landscape company and the truck hasn't been running well, or the trucks haven't been running well.
Right.
This may be the year, and I certainly hope it is, that they
Right.
decide, let's invest in new trucks that are more fuel efficient, that allow us to do more jobs or bigger jobs. That really is how we can see that our economy start to turn.
My goodness, this is great. The numbers are really, really nice. Do you think this is going to hold up around the nation too?
Yeah, it is a national survey.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So, but anecdotally,
I would-
I can say I feel it here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
And do you feel the same way, Darren? Yeah, that's terrific. So, what can small businesses do now to kind of set themselves up quickly for a good, fast start in the new year?
I think the first is to decide on a few priorities. You know, perhaps I'm going to hire a new employee. And you know, the one of the questions that I know our small business owners have is where can I get resources and how to hire an employee? I know you have employees, and you know, there's HR concerns. How do I, you know, what does the interview look like? What if we run into issues and benefits? And you know, like many of us today, when you're doing your research to buy a car or
Sure.
to find a new home, I go to Google. But small business
Google
owners, I
knows
hope they
all.
realize that there's better things than Google.
Yeah.
And we actually rolled out a new website that I'd love to just share a moment on.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's called wellsfargoworks.com. So
Okay.
it's easy to get to. It's an easy website. It's like Google for small business advice. And
Okay. Good.
my favorite part is sometimes you get a lot of boring articles. This is all about videos and graphics.
There it is, right there on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you have to be a member of Wells Fargo? Do you have to bank with Wells Fargo to have access to that?
Absolutely not. You know, we would love to have as many small business owners as we can as customers. We love small business, but it is a free resource. It's not about us talking about our products. It really is, I'm going to buy a vehicle, and here's a video from a small business owner that did that, and some things they thought about, from titling to insurance to reducing liability, in a very engaging format.
You've been in banking since you were in high school. Did I read that right?
Yeah, I started at 17, so while I was a junior in high school, I was very lucky and stayed with Wells Fargo through my undergrad and my graduate. It's been an amazing experience.
Wow. Wow, you've grown with them. Well,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Anybody wants to contact you and find out more about your services?
We would love them to. You know, one of our favorite thing in town, probably my favorite story to ever hear about a small business, is grand openings. You know, we really keep track of them and we love to be part of them. In fact,
Yeah.
I was just talking to one of our small business bankers earlier this year about a cupcake company that opened and how she came the night before and helped them make boxes and was there for the grand opening. You know, we're more than a bank, we're friends, you know, and
That's nice.
that makes a difference.
Yeah, totally. Partnership.
Hey, you're a personable guy. You're not that hard banker guy. That really great to meet you, Robbie. Thanks so much. And again, the website is Wells Fargo Works, and there it is on the screen. And Robbie Schapira with Wells Fargo, Senior Vice President, head of the Small Business Initiative here in New Mexico. Great stuff. Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you both.
Great to have you. Hang around. We got a lot of comedy coming on the show.
I'm
next.
ready to laugh.
Okay, good. We are too. Comedy in the next half hour here on the Morning Brew. We'll be right back.